What's going on, my friends? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today at Bitcoin. Right now we're sitting at $20,179. We're down about 2%. What I want to do is take a look at Bitcoin here on the one-day time frame, kind of show you some of the things I've been looking at real quick. And you know, it's important, guys, whenever you're in a range like we are right now, to be patient. This has really tested a lot of people's patience. There's been people who've been trading here getting chopped up, and I really still think one of the best things to do right now is to be patient. Unless you're dollar cost averaging for longer term, which I believe these are attractive levels that we're at right now for that. But if you're looking for a nice strong position trade or a swing trade, I still believe that this is the time to sit back and really just watch the market. Because remember, guys, there's three positions. There's long, short, and there's standing back patiently waiting in cash looking for a great opportunity. And right now we're really just trading between this 18,450 support and 24,476 resistance. We've been bouncing back and forth here, guys, for quite a while. If we take a look at our date range, we have been in this range now for about 143 days. So this is a significant area, and when it does decide to break, I believe that's going to be the time to play. Like we've talked about before, I have planned and ready limit orders down in some lower levels for Bitcoin. And if we turn on our VRVP here, what I wanted to point out, guys, we step back and take a look. You can see this big area here that potentially could be support, and I think this would potentially be a good area to have some limit orders in. That's not financial advice, you know, do some small positions, put some small orders down in there, but anywhere from about that 13 to 12,000 all the way down to $7,000, layering in limit orders in case we do get a big flush down through that $18,500. It's not a bad idea. So that's my downside plan. My upside plan, say we do break out from here, I want to see us trade up above the 200-day moving average, find support off it with a bullish candlestick pattern on volume, and then that would be a sign for me that we could potentially take a long and put a stop loss below that area and try to let it ride for a longer term position trade. Because typically, guys, when we trade up above this 200 moving average and we start to get volume coming in, we're going to stay up above that for the duration of the bull market typically. So right now we're still trading below that on the one-day time frame, and that's what we need to get up above, and that's going to be at $23,770, and that's also going to coordinate here or correlate with the $24,476 that we would need to get up through, which is going to be a main resistance area for us. Now stepping back, if we take a look at our cipher, VWAP is going to be a negative 18.40, and that's on the one-day time frame, and money flow is going to be a negative 5.87. Relative strength is going to be at 49.90, so we are starting to cross back down through this 50 line right here, which is an important area for us. Look like we double topped up here, and now we're starting to go down a little bit lower, and we want to be able to hold that 50 moving average, guys. That's going to be important if you're a bull and you want to see this go higher. Always pay attention to that 50 level if you're trading below it or above it. It'll really help you out. Now, digging into the 4-hour time frame, and also, guys, if you get some from these videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It's always appreciated, and let me know what you got going on today. And one last thing before we flip to the 4, guys, really watch for this daily candle close here. If we have a nice long wick, say we closed a candle like this and it was almost like a hammer candle, that potentially could show us that we could go back up and try to test that $21,600 again, and then potentially even that $22,782. So I'm going to be watching this candle closely, but if you do play something like that, always keep a tight stop loss because you want to see that follow through as well, guys. Say you have a nice candle like this and it's not as significant because you're not in a downtrend, you're just kind of ranging sideways. But whenever you see a candle with a longer wick like that, you can see it here. Sometimes you can get a nice little move out of there. Longer wicks here, we got a nice move on top. You can see we had some longer wicks here, got a move to the downside, longer wick here, move to the downside. So just something to pay attention to when you're looking at this area here. So on the 4-hour time frame now, so we had a big dump just recently, and then the bulls stepped back in here on the 4-hour, still just ranging sideways, guys, for the most part here. We're trying to form a bullish engulfing candle, see if we can go back up and try to get over top of $20,634, which is going to be our 50 moving average that we lost there. If we take a look at our relative strength, it's going to be at 43, so we're below our 50. VWAP is going to be at positive 6.07. Money flow is going to be negative 10.50. If we take a look at this here, we do have a green dot coming in this a little bit lower at about 77. And typically what I like to see, guys, have that be a green dot here and then something similar to this here where we almost have a anchor and a trigger wave. So a green dot up in here, and you get that nice bullish divergence, and then a lot of times you'll start moving to the upside. So just to even do an example of that here, guys, and this has just been a range, but once we got that nice divergence, that second green dot there, we had a nice move to the upside. We kind of just stayed in that uptrend slightly here inside this range. So just something I'm paying attention to, but I usually like to see those two green dots come in, and I like to see price action confirming off, say, a support, you know, working out with the relative strength. You really want to see all those things blend together before you take a position. And like I said, right now, guys, I'm just patiently waiting. So if we take a look at the 1 hour time frame here, relative strength is going to be at 53. VWAP is going to be positive 22.19. Money flow is going to be negative 14.52 right now. And that relative strength is above the 50. So just keeping an eye on that. Main area we would want to hold here if you're trading something like on the 1 hour time frame. Want to be able to hold about $19,252. So I would still be patient, guys. We're in this range right now. If you're dollar cost averaging, that's a different deal. Go for it. But for me right now, I'm still going to continue to be patient and wait to see if we get some lower levels. God bless you all. Take care.